Hello. Alright, so, as most unemployed people do, I was just minding my own business, relaxing in my room, like a baller. And after seeing the most hateful and vile posts on Instagram Reels for hours on end, I decided I need to cleanse my body. I needed something to refuel myself. And instead of maybe going on to the gym or maybe getting some fresh air, taking a walk, I opened twitter.com. And I'm then met with this absolute behemoth of a mammal. Meet rapper, quote unquote rapper, Dank Defrosted Flakes. Dank Demoss. Dank Demoss is kind of currently going under some backlash for ordering a Lyft. Confused as to why people are hating on a woman ordering a Lyft, I then see a video of a poor Uber or Lyft driver being borderline harassed. I can't even lie to you, you have to feel for this guy. He wasn't even being rude. He was actually pretty nice, respectful stand-up guy apologizing to the woman in the video. The guy was just trying to do his job. Like, can you really blame him for that? At least you can see that she's at least honest. She has the decency to include that she's plus sized, aka fat. She's fat. She's fat. Someone's got to say it. And you know, there's no shame in being fat. I'm a fat fuck. I'm not skinny. I wouldn't say I'm overweight, but hey, we're all fucking fat to a certain extent. And you know, no shame in being fat. Legitimately, it can be outside some people's control. I really fucking feel for those people who legitimately can't control it. Anyhow, no, this isn't meant to be just a hate piece for a woman being fat. Like I said, some people can't really control it. That's not their intention. And look, alright, I'm not the skinniest person around either, but at least I can stay in my own passenger seat, okay? But the reason this post got some attention is because the rapper, quote unquote, again, has sued Lyft for discrimination / refusing service. I just can't help but feel for the guy, you know? He's just trying to do his job. He's just trying to do his bread. He's just trying to do what he does best. And looking back on the video, you can just feel for the guy. He's just trying to do his job, and you know what? I'd probably be concerned too. This is a car, not a U-Haul. But on a serious note, once you actually start to look into the car and the size of the lady herself, yeah, there's no way she's fitting in that car. You would have a more statistically higher chance of winning the lottery than squeezing that woman into the car. And after looking a bit into her character more as a person, she calls herself a queen rapper. But last I checked, queens can usually afford to, I don't know, order the option that is made specifically for you. Yeah, if you didn't know, Lyft literally offers a Lyft XL size, made for 6 people, or at least 1 Lizzo. Okay, I'd like to take that last statement back. I deeply apologize. This is some tech from the future, mid-editing. Never did I think I'd have to actually apologize to Lizzo. I compared, I contrasted. I genuinely think Lizzo is actually skinnier than this woman. Anyhow, I found this video of Demoss sitting in the rear of an SUV about the size of a typical XL-sized Uber or Lyft. And, I mean, as you can see, she barely has room to spare. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, some tech from the future again. While looking at the previously mentioned video, I actually didn't really pay too much attention to it. I was just kind of looking at if she could fit in the car. Dank Demoss's dog is just sniffing her coochie, and she thought this was genuinely something that was just okay to upload. I'm at a fucking loss for word. I don't know how to say it. I don't even know how to process this information. Anyhow, this is a lawsuit that, quite honestly, really doesn't need to happen. Lyft has actually responded and admitted guilt, but everyone in the replies is pretty much on the same page. Really, I feel like if I were 400 plus pounds, I'd order Lyft XLs, not for my sake, but for the driver's sake. I mean, can you blame the man? He doesn't want his car's tires blown out. It's 2025. If I were him, I wouldn't risk my tires or overall car health for $8.25. And you just know now that Lyft is actually responding and investigating, this man is unfortunately at risk of now losing his job for a pretty stupid reason, let's be fair. All this because she didn't want to pay the extra $1.25 for an XL-sized Queen Lyft. Listen, I don't know if the lawsuit will be thrown out or how legitimate it is, but one thing I am noticing is how she just keeps referring to herself as a Detroit Queen rapper instead of just her, own normal name. And I get it. The spotlight is on her. She just wants that cheddar cheese. She's just doing it to get her name out there. Let's be real. It is what it is. So if she's referring to herself as a Detroit Queen rapper, surely her music must be pretty good. I have high expectations of Dank Defrosted Flakes. If this is anything less than Beethoven's 5th Symphony, a masterclass musical production, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. So I dug deeper and deeper. I installed Spotify and got forced to listen to an ad. You can't say I'm not trying. Listen, I'm trying really hard here. I already gave her, what does Spotify pay its artist? Oh, apparently it's a fraction of a penny. I gave her a fraction of a penny. And after giving her a fraction of a penny, a whole 0.003 cents, downloading Spotify just for her, I am then jump scared by her backflaps. I'm not kidding. This is the first thing you see when you listen to her music. So how's the music itself? All right. I tried. It's about as bad as you would expect. I feel scammed. Hopefully this guy doesn't lose his job. I know I've been joking a lot in this video, but tires being blown out by Lizzo is a genuine concern. I don't blame the guy at all for not wanting to take on the whale. And I know no one asked this, but I like to consider myself a fair bit slimmer than her. I wouldn't say I'm fat, but I'm also not skinny. I'd say average at best, and I can fit in my own car seat, alright? Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but one day after work, my boss invited me and my coworkers out for a celebration. I can't remember what for. Anyways, my utter shock when I find out the car can't move. It's just stuck, not moving. All of us are confused. We get out the car, we start looking, we start investigating, we find out specifically the tires are blown out. Specifically, the seat I was sitting in, the sides of that seat, tires were blown out and just popped. I broke my boss's tires simply by sitting. In my defense, it was a full house, everyone was sitting down, everyone had a seat to themselves. But my utter shock when I just find out the tires, just bursted. This guy has a genuine concern, that's what I'm trying to get at. And you know, he's probably right. He's a Lyft driver. He's probably had this happen to him before and got stranded in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if this happened in Detroit, but if she's calling herself rapper from Detroit or whatever, then if I was stuck in the middle of Detroit, I'd be kind of concerned too. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Lyft PR team decides to fire him, which is really sad, all things considered, all because someone didn't want to spend the extra $1 to $2 to order an adequate size Lyft. Lyft PR team has already caved in, they've already started apologizing, she's getting lawyered up, and I wouldn't be surprised if she just wins this out of court or within court. What a sad situation. The Lyft driver's probably gonna get fired, and she's probably gonna, I don't know, buy a U-Haul, I don't know. At least she's getting a fat paycheck, that's all I know.